Okay, so welcome everyone to our webinar on customer service management on ServiceNow. We are very, very excited for this webinar today, so we're very happy that you guys took some time to join us for this webinar. So this is the agenda for the next 30-45 minutes. A brief introduction with me. I'm Giulia Rastelli. I am the marketing manager here at Cloaks Inc. And I'm very excited to host this webinar with Darla Wolf, that is one of our top technical consultants. She's gonna introduce herself later. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste time on that. A little bit of housekeeping before we dive into the presentation. So you guys can enter your questions in the session that you should have at the bottom. It says question, and you just type them there, and we will be answer those questions at the end of the presentation. If the question requires more attention or we need to verify some information, we're going to reply to your questions later on offline. So make sure that maybe you leave an email or anything so we can contact you again. There's also a chat feature. Please use it if you have immediate question or you don't hear well or something is wrong with the presentation. We want to make sure that you guys don't lose anything of today's webinar. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about Cloaks Inc. and then we're going to dive into the CSM presentation and then Q&A. So talking about Cloaks Inc. a little bit. We are ServiceNow partners since 2011. We are implementation partner, and we're one of the first partners that joined the big program that ServiceNow has for partners. We offer a full ServiceNow shop, meaning that we cover each and every area of the ServiceNow offering. The image that you see on the side, the little cloud here, is our core business, so what we're better at, but with more than 100 customers all over the US, Australia, Europe, Canada, we had the chance to increase our experience and touch each and every aspect of the ServiceNow platform. So I don't want to spend more time on this. If you have any question about Cloaks Inc., just email me or go on the website, on our Facebook page, LinkedIn page. There's going to be a lot of information there. I am going to pass the control to Darla so she can dive into the CSM presentation.
Thank you,
Darla,
Julia.
do you have access? Okay, great.
So, hello everybody, and thank you for taking time on your Tuesday. I know Tuesdays can be a little bit busy, but thank you for the opportunity to be part of this customer service management demo. We have a webinar that we offer our customers that in order for them to learn more about products that are coming up or existing products. And this month's topic is customer service management. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just do a couple of slides with some background, and then right after that we're going to launch into the product demonstration. So just a background on myself, I am a part of the Cloaks family where we offer professional services, and I have more than 10 years experience in the IT industry. For ServiceNow, I've been working with ServiceNow in all aspects of it. I started out as a fulfiller all the way throughout now as a developer and over 4+ years of experience. So this is just a small snapshot of what ServiceNow is currently offering, and as we know, it has been growing throughout the years. And right now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to focus on the key aspect, which is customer service. So customer service is one of the applications that ServiceNow has provided in order to provide business the ability to reach out to their customers, and I'm talking about, you know, external customers, and provide them value-added services or just even the basics of customer satisfaction. So this application also empowers the customer service agents in order to remove the root cause of problems and as well as improve the business or the image of the business by providing high, if not exemplary, customer satisfaction. So with customer service management, the key factor here is really build a relationship with our customers by means of engagement. So we want to be able to ensure that as we have customers coming in, not only are we adding new customers in our roster, but we are keeping those longtime customers happy because they provide their loyalty is of course revenue, but at the same time, the word of mouth that they provide ensures that it reduces churn. So this is very important. But the common pain points in overall customer service management, not just in ServiceNow or but a lot of businesses, is really the ability ensuring that we are consistent in delivering the experience to our customers. If they ask for something, we need to ensure that we provide them feedback. And even if they do not ask something, we want to make sure that we are proactively engaging our customers. At the same time, we want to make sure that we leverage the tools that we have within our business in order to ensure that we have a single source of truth. So the goal of the customer service management application, in a nutshell, I know there's a lot of bullets here, but in a nutshell, this is really to empower our customers by leveraging the self-service registration and user management. We want to be able to provide a multi-channel engagement. So gone are the days where you can only reach the customer service team through email. Now, with technology, it is expected that users or our businesses have very useful, intuitive, and engaging websites. So Portal is one of the things that has been part of the package of CSM. And also using still old school email, but at the same time also having the ability to use chat. Customer service management for ServiceNow also has Customer 360, which is a one-stop repository of all customer information. And in order to be able to provide or deliver that, high customer satisfaction or high delivery rate, turnaround time, we want to be able to utilize case management, identify what are SLAs or OLAs, and look at the contracts, but at the same time leverage our people by assigning a case based out of their skills. So not just waiting until a ticket gets assigned. By using ServiceNow, we can now proactively assign a ticket or automatically assign a ticket just through skill set. And then we have, of course, surveys and CSAT, which is very important because it's our way to hear and understand the voice of the customer, which is another ServiceNow. We know this already, but we've been using it with different applications, but because there is that integration with other ITSM applications, including field services, if your business requires somebody to physically go to a site, we can use the application field services in order to set up a work order and send out the technician if needs be. And of course, with performance analytics, we have the ability to get both real-time data snapshots for trend analysis, which is very useful because we want to be action-oriented as we look at data. We don't just look at numbers. We see, how can we improve the business. So just a quick demo on what we will be tackling. I will balance as much as I can the customer service portal, so external experience and of course, the internal experience, which is the customer service management. Um, I will show a couple of slides that will demonstrate the CTI application later on, and also other demonstrations that I'm not able to deliver in the actual instance. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and jump to an instance, and just bear with me for a moment. So this particular instance is, I'm looking at the external facing customer service portal. As what you can see here, this is leveraging the new platform. And this platform allows me to So what this can do, apologies for that phone call. So what this actually does is it allows our users to be able to just access the service portal and be able to see, using the tools that we have already in ServiceNow, a clean website that is, and what you see here is pretty much out of the box. So talking about the self-service registration, in here, this is also part of ServiceNow. If you have a new employee, or for example, you have in the business, you have customers and you want to empower them by allowing them to create their own profiles, they can just use this customer registration site in order to be able to build a profile. And it's a very easy, all they have to do is provide the information that is in here. Of course, if you want to add additional security measures, that is possible. However, just in a very simple way, there is a way to just add a user. They just need to know what is the company's registration code, and that information can be provided by the customer service manager admin. So I'll talk more about security roles later as we continue on the discussion. As they put a check on the box, as what you see here, it will actually ask for them to fill out or put checks in here to ensure validity, that they are not a robot. And once they click on submit, what this does is it automatically sends that information to the administrator for this particular account. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and log in as Julie Lewis, who is the admin for Boxeo. And leveraging ACLs and security measures, we have the ability to segregate. Let me go ahead and jump to CSM. We have the ability to segregate data, what they can see because of the security measures that we have in place. So Julie Lewis, being a customer primary contact for the account Boxeo, she will see a lot more things in here. However, just on that area that we touched on, she has the ability to approve Peter's request, review it, and then approve it. It needs to be, and by doing that, it will grant Peter information automatically. So it's already automatically created. So there's no need for a ServiceNow administrator in the back end to create a profile, because it's already being created in the front end. So that's pretty much in a nutshell on the self-service registration. There's more to it than meets the eye, and of course, if there's a lot more customizations if needs be. However, as what you see here, it's very intuitive. A lot of it is already in place. I want to focus now on the main aspects of customer service management, which is the knowledge, the community, and other sections of the portal. So the main goal of customer service management is really empowerment. We want to be able to empower our users and ensure that they use the tools that we provide them first before they put in a ticket. Not only does it reduce cost, but it also enables them to proactively search for answers and reference that in the future if they need to. So ServiceNow has utilized a powerful way of knowledge base. In the front end, as what you will see here, it is categorized, so they will use knowledge version 3, which is very useful because they have the way to look at knowledge articles. And with knowledge product entitlement within customer service management, we can restrict a knowledge article depending on a product. So this is just a snapshot of the knowledge base. And quickly jumping into community or ask the community, what this is really a way for our users to be able to ask a question and find the answers or get the answers that they need from subject matter experts within the community. So for example, if a user wants to ask, how do I turn off my router fan and it won't stop running, they have the ability to add tags if they want to, but as simply by posting question, a person who is within that community also can look and investigate and see if they can add and answer that question. So this is something that we encourage our users to do because that way they have the answers right away because these are subject matter experts or people who have been using the platform for a long time, or product for a long time for that matter. And finally, if they really need additional help, they can go to click Get Help. And by doing this, they will be asked to provide basic things about their products, or this is now where they can create a case. So they can just simply type in the information that they have. So say, for example, this is the product that they have. They can just put in here, I need to know more about this. And once it's submitted, a case is created. This case is routed to a customer service management agent. The agent can look at it in the back end, identify what the customer needs, what type of information the customer has, or their account has in order to identify coverage, and that's something we'll cover in a couple of minutes. So this is pretty much what they can do in the case management side, but also they have the ability to see what assets that they have as a business they've purchased along the way. Because Julie has extensive access, she also has the ability to see who are the contacts in the entire company. So this is what you see here. She has the ability to see Boxeo Canada, Europe, France, Germany, and USA. In the back end, in a few minutes, I will point this out as well, because this is very useful to the customer service agent. And publications is also a new feature. What this is a way for us to provide some sort of documentation to our users. So say, for example, we have a product that is for recall, and this customer is part of that recall or part of the group that whose product needs to be recalled, then we can create a publication and put it here. So also, simple things or other announcements. Say, for example, your product is the kind of product that is being delivered physically to a user, but because of, let's say, a hurricane or some inclement weather that is preventing the delivery date to be fully materialized, or it may pass the delivery date, we can use publications in order to send out targeted communications. And when we say targeted, we can go specifically per account, we can go per user, or even we can go for all our customers. So one of the things that we have here is the live chat, and I'll use the live chat to transition over to the internal instance. Live chat allows us to send out a real-time chat to our users. If there is a schedule for chat that is recognized, we can put it in a schedule. This is our way for our users to just, chat with our customer service agents. So we can say, my router is smoking. I need help. So as I start this chat, it's going to say waiting for an agent. And let me switch quickly to another instance. This is an internal instance. So John Jason is an internal user. He is a customer service agent. So just to transition quickly into chat, by allowing our users or our customer service agents to leverage chat, they can accept a chat conversation. From here, they can go ahead and answer the user. And as what you see here, let me move my screen a little higher. As what you may see here, you have the ability to see that Julie is actually viewing it. So we use the presence. ServiceNow is leveraging presence in order to show you if that user is actually present at that moment that you are typing. And if not, it's still okay. At least there is that awareness that, okay, this person is away. I expect that it may be some delay before I get a response. So as I type this response to Julie, you'll see here that behavior happening as well. So from here, we can actually have other functionality. We can do other things. For example, we can create a new case. We can transfer it to maybe tier 2 if it needs to be escalated. And if needs be, we can create an incident. We can expand this in order to use the other tables within ServiceNow because we have that integration across applications. So just to demonstrate that, if we create a case from here, this will automatically document it, a case record, and whatever you typed in the notes for this user, this will also be documented within the case. So all you have to do is fill up the necessary fields, and once you click on submit, the case is now going to be created for the user. So the user can proactively, they can leave the chat conversation and just track it from the case. But from here, you can see, let me just minimize the chat conversation. From here, you can see this is now the case creation. So this is an initial look of how the case looks like. The case, as what you see here, has a timeline. This is slightly different from what we're used to if you've been using incident forms or change forms for some time. Timeline is something that we can use in order to identify, exactly what happened at a particular stage of a case. And from here, we also have the ability to see what contract the customer has, entitlement, which is a very important because we can identify, okay, this person with the type of contract that they have, we have to ensure that we are providing them 24/7 customer support. That said, other adjustments will have to be made in terms of the SLA for the user. It has to ensure that it adheres towards the customer's entitlement. So in the case creation, we have the ability to utilize some of the things that if you are using incident or other applications within ServiceNow, the notes. So add the additional notes or engage other users by adding them in the watch list. But overall, we have the ability to complete this. So for example, if we provide a user a knowledge documentation, we can do that. And once we try to close the case, this will inform the customer, in the back end to ensure that we provide the user the closure notes. So customer service management in terms of what we can do within case creation has greatly been improved. We have the ability to see other things within that application or within that module. Wanted to also point out a couple of things since we are already in the internal side of ServiceNow. We have the ability to see account contacts or this section over here, customer. So under customer, this is the area where we can offer a 360-degree view on account information, such as primary contacts, other contacts, or locations. If there are any if there's any accounts wherein there's children or parent relationship, we can also see that. So for example, if we go to Boxeo here has, as what you see, Julie has the primary contact because Boxeo is the parent account or the parent business account. Then she has the ability to see all the other information within the sub-accounts. Here you will see the other Boxeo sites or companies, which is USA, Europe, and then Canada. She will have the ability to also see who are the contacts within here. So that's what you see, there's Craig for this user. So because there are some security restrictions already, Craig will not be able to see the parent information. So it's restricted only for his location or his account. And to go back here, the customer service agent will have the ability to see information like the phone number, the address of the user, additional contacts, and we talked about entitlements earlier. What type of entitlements does Boxeo has, and contracts as well. So with that being said, we have really the chance to not only make sure that we are reaching out to our users by just answering cases, but we want to be smart in terms of providing them information. So by leveraging the section of special handling notes, we have the ability to, say for example, create a note. Say we have for example, Julie is a VIP. We can ensure that we can add here the information. For example, if we want it to relate to a specific record, special handling notes allows us to be able to use it for our other users. So just to give you a demonstration on it. Table. Seems like the table relationship has not been built. However, by adding the special handling notes, if for example we have a user wherein it's a VIP or the account is in a critical state in terms of the equipment that they have needs to be replaced, we can leverage special handling notes in order to demonstrate or in order to show to our customer service agents how to handle a specific case, how to handle a specific account, or even a specific user. Finally, I want to show you knowledge. One thing different about knowledge is when we in knowledge articles, or when we have knowledge articles for our users, we have the ability to restrict knowledge articles based out of products. So this is what we call product entitlement. So just to jump into a customer service article, For example, this specific article, if we want to restrict it to a specific brand or type, we can search for this article. And the customer service agent should have the ability, if they have the permissions, to edit the knowledge article and relate the necessary product to it. So by relating the product to it, they can restrict access or visibility of that knowledge article, say for example, to a product with only that specific model or models. So we can add this in here, and by saving this, this allows this specific knowledge article to only be visible to customers who have this asset or this asset type. So that's one of the key important, or one of the key benefits of really leveraging the product entitlement within customer service management. So we can target our notifications to them. One of the things that I want to point out, which I don't have a actual demo on, is the CTI. And before I jump into that, I want to show reporting very quickly. So with the reporting, this is the out-of-the-box reporting. We can change it. We have the ability to drill down in the reports as needed. But it shows a robust way of presenting to our customer service agents areas that they need to work on right away. So say, for example, we have one section here that is critical. They can see I have to go ahead and work on this one because it is a critical incident if it's not yet assigned yet. So also customer service management is highlighted. The reason why I couldn't see it is a security constraint. However, we can make our customer service agents be able to read or check out the surveys, their individual surveys, if we even provide that, so that they can work on delivering better service or better engagement with or relationship with our customers through the phone, through chat, even through the portal if needs be. So this is also something that will push our agents to just proactively improve upon themselves. And of course, we can add additional reports to this. It's easy to configure and add within ServiceNow. We can also leverage what we call performance analytics. Performance analytics allows us to do a real-time snapshot of what is happening within our products. So right now, I know it's showing incident, but the benefit of performance analytics is it breaks down, it does a historical data of information within ServiceNow and provide us a snapshot for it, so we can easily or quickly improve on it rather than just running a series of reports that get emailed to us from time to time. So it's very useful to our users. And finally, I want to show, let me just go back to the slide. Finally, I want to show the CTI. I didn't have the opportunity to configure it. However, it is possible within ServiceNow. If you have a CTI application, it is easy to do an integration even with the known brands out there. Or if you have a homegrown system, I'm pretty sure there is a way to set it up and have it integrated within ServiceNow. It uses a workflow that identifies depending on what the user presses. So just like a soft phone IVR system, they have the ability to hear within when they call whatever the customer service customer service number is. They have the ability to hear the options, and as they press the choices, it will get routed as needs be. So it can be broken down to different areas. So as it gets broken down, whoever is either assigned to a case, they can use that to answer the call and document the case right away. But then also the customer service management can call using from ServiceNow, so no need to pick up a phone or they don't have to manually dial the customer's number. They can call a user within the case and proactively try to reach that customer and ensure that they can resolve the case right away. So this is just a snapshot of what customer service management can offer for you and your business. There is more to it than meets the eye, and it's a very robust application. And I would like to take this opportunity to open the floor for questions and also pass it back to you, Julia. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Darla. That was great. So we have already 4 questions. So I'm gonna start with the first one. So Chuck asked, how do you keep the knowledge base current? What kind of governance is in place to vet out KB solutions? Darla?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
So it says, how do you keep the knowledge base current, and what kind of governance is in place to vet out KB solutions?
So that's actually a great question, and I'm going to have to say that the answer does not lie only on the customer service management. It's actually a business process that will have to be defined depending on what your business is. Um, histori- Historically, people create just knowledge articles, and there's little, if no, governance that happens. So there are a lot of knowledge articles that end up being stale, or there are a lot of misinformation. So with that being said, in order to address that, there are various ways of addressing it. However, in my personal experience, being able to leverage some sort of like knowledge champions, and these champions can be subject matter experts who will have the ability to review knowledge articles as they are close to expiring. So you can either run a report or send out a notification to the assigned knowledge champion for a product, for example, and have them review a set of knowledge articles that are about to expire, and then have them republish it if needs be, or just go ahead and retire it if that's more appropriate. And as well as have them the ability to govern uh, or manage publication of new knowledge articles. So I hope that answers the question.
So let's see if he replies. For now, I think he's good. The second one he asks, like always, Chuck, he says, how do you populate the knowledge base, I guess, keep KBs? How do you keep KB data current?
Yeah, so keeping KB knowledge base current within ServiceNow is also within that knowledge module in ServiceNow. In order to ensure that, well, first of all, the actual information within that knowledge article, it has to be managed by first of all, the author or the group that is knowledgeable about that product. So to keep it current, there has to be that proactive and consistent engagement with product subject matter experts to ensure that they are managing their knowledge articles, as well as ensuring that the data within there, the information that is documented in there is up to date and relevant.
All right, great. So Olivia Wilson asks, is the chat feature native to the case management module, or can MS Link be integrated with case management?
MS Link is something that we have done some integration in the past. Um, the chat functionality, though, it is native within the customer service management application and also other applications like HR. They can also leverage chat management. Um, however, there is a way, I'm pretty sure that there is a way to do some integration. It is just some sort of customization, not an easy configuration, as it is from the out of the box customer or chat management module within ServiceNow.
Perfect. Thank you. So Chuck has another question that says, how do you maintain integrity of the location and contact info?
Maintaining the integrity of that information, I would strongly recommend that that would be reliant on the account primary contact. Um, it is ideal that we do a brief check. Either the engagement manager for that account does a proactive or a occasional check audit within their data to ensure that it is accurate, but at the same time, by passing that responsibility to the primary contact of the company, it ensures that the information that is, the customer information is up to date, is reliable, and is also ensures that the responsibility of it is something is changed falls first on the customer. With that being said, it does not necessarily mean that if you want to own that process, um, you can by all means do that as well. So it's just again a matter of what type of information or business do you have, and how secure do you want the information to be in terms of the customer's location. If you don't want those things just easily changed because of the nature of your business, that is a process that needs to be defined within your company.
Perfect. He says thank you. So they appreciated the answer. So I have two more questions that are from Shalini that says, what is the difference between case and incident? And is the case feature available in Eureka?
In Eureka.
Yes.
So the difference between case and incident is case is um, customer facing. So while incident is, it can affect our customers, but it's designed to be internal, so such that if something is broke, so say for example, a customer created a case that their router that they bought, and there were probably like more than 10 that they bought from your business, started malfunctioning after a certain update. They create a case for that, and after maybe triaging, your customer service agent has decided that this is not a single this is something is broken that cannot be addressed by just simple fixes, or there and needs to be addressed by the team that owns that product. Then that's the time when it can get converted to an incident record. When that incident record then is created, whoever owns that product in the back end, and usually it's in the IT side, will then work on finding a solution or a workaround, like a quick fix to it. So with that information, the customer service agent can then come back to the user or the customer and say, this is, for example, the patch that we have been provided. Can you please try to see if this works for you? And if the IT team decides there needs to be a root cause analysis on what caused this issue, especially it happens, for specific models only, so on and so forth, then they can create a problem record. So the second question was that if it's available in Eureka. Customer service management has been launched starting Geneva. and it is available in that release.
Perfect. So I don't see any other question. So if you guys don't have anything, we are gonna close here. I just want to show you the last a last slide, so you might want to take notes of this. If you want to write down my email, oh, I see another question. No, he says thank you. Okay. So if you want to take down my email, Darla's email, check the website. We have more demos available over there, so you can just take a look at them. Please do not hesitate to call me, email us, anything. We're here to answer all your questions and all your doubts. Okay? So if that's it, thank you so much. We are gonna leave you to the rest of your Tuesday and see you in a month for the next webinar. Thank you so much.